Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की गौर प्रेमानंद।
I'll wait till that is finished. Okay, I want to thank you all very much for coming this evening and attending this class. It's my pleasure and privilege to be here with all of you and to share with you the wonderful teachings that Srila Prabhupada has brought us, teachings that can enable us to live a happier, more fulfilled life. So today I will be speaking from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, the 62nd verse, and I believe it will be on the screen in a little while. How many of us here have read the complete Bhagavad Gita? How many? Raise your hand, please. How many have read half of it? How many have read 1/4 of it? Okay, that's good. So we're going to begin by chanting the Jaya Radha Madhava prayers. How many of us here know the Jaya Radha Madhava prayers? Good, 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 good. So since all of you youngsters know it, then I'm going to expect something from you tonight. I want you to sing loud and strong. You don't have to restrain yourself when you sing Jaya Radha Madhava. I want you to sing it out to the Supreme Lord so that you know that He hears you. No whispering. No whispering. Good, long, good, strong sound. Now, during the course of my talk, I would appreciate if there be no talking, especially if you're doing some work over there, that's fine. But please don't interact and talk. If there are any little children which start making loud noises, I beg for you to please remove them from the room. Otherwise, for one thing, I cannot keep my concentration on the ideas that I'm trying to convey, and people, the devotees here, will be distracted and diverted, and they will not get the benefit of this class. Okay? So, no loud noises, no little children making noises. You can have all the children you want here, as long as they're quiet. Okay? So, we all understand the ground rules? Good. So we'll begin now. Now, no talking over on the side once we begin. I want to hear you singing loud and strong, okay? Does anybody play drum here? Any drum players here? You're welcome to play if you'd like. Jaya Radha. No, not yet. First me, then you response. Call and response. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Come on up. Better. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Madhava Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasoda Nandana Vajjana Ranjana. Nandana Vajjana Ranjana. Yasoda Nandana Vajjana Ranjana. Nana Vajjana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasoda Nandana Vajjana Ranjana. Yasoda Nandana Vajjana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasoda Nandana Vrajana Ranjana Nandana Vrajana Ranjana Yasoda Nandana Vrajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramu Hare Ramu 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 Hare 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 Krishna and loud better, come on adults, all of you, everybody join in. Sing to the Lord. He wants to hear you. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramu Hare Ramu 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramu Ramu Ram Hare Hare. Good. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramu 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 Hare 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 Krishna come on, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramu 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Paramahansa Astatora Sata Shri Srimad. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anantagodi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So again, reading from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text number 62. We'll go right to the verse. See if I can do it with my glasses. Dhammeva sharanam gaccha Sarva bhavena bhavrata Tat prasadat param shantim Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Tameva sharanam gacha. Sarvabhavena bharata. Tat prasadat param shantim. Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Tameva sharanam gacha. Sarvabhavena bharata. Tat prasadat param shantim. Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Okay, who's the oldest? Who's initiated? He can do it first. We have any initiated devotees here? Anyone? You initiated? Yeah? No? Okay, then it doesn't matter. Whoever would like to do the verse, please begin. It's up on the board. Nobody wants to do the verse? Yeah, I heard. You go ahead, please do the verse.
Tat evam sharanam gacha.
Tat evam sharanam gacha.
Sarva bhavena bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharatam.
Tat prasad paranam santim.
Tatsadat param shantim.
Stanam prapyasya yasi sasvatam.
Shashvatam. Yeah.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Sarvabhavena bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharata.
Tat prasad param shantim.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Stanam prapyasi shashvatam.
Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam. No, you pass it around. Everybody who wants to chant the verse, please do.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Sarva bhavena bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharata.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Stanam prapsyasi sasvatam.
Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Sarvabhavena bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharata.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Stanam prapsyasi sasvatam.
Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Sarva bhavena bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharata.
Tat prasad paramam shantim.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam.
Stanam prapsyasi stanam. Would some of you in the rear like to chant? If you do, please raise your hand. We can give the microphone to you, since the children have had a good opportunity.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Sarvabhavena bharata. Tat prasadat param shantim.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam.
Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam.
Tam eva sharanam gacha.
Tam sharanam gacha.
Sarvabhavena bharata. Tat prasadat param shantim.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Sthanam prapyasi shashvatam.
Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam.
Tameva saranam gacha.
Tameva sharanam gacha.
Sarvabhavena bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharata.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Tat prasadat param shantim.
Sthanam prapyasi shashvatam.
Stanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Yes, the ladies can now do some of the.
Tameva sharanam gaccha Sarva bhavena bharata Tat prasadat param shantim Sthanam prapshashi sasvatam.
Excellent.
Tameva saranam gacha Sarva bhavena bharata Tat prasadat param santim
Prasadat param shantim
Sthanam prapsyasi sasvatam.
Dhanam prapsyasi shashvatam.
Tameva saranam gaccha Sarva bhavena bharata Tat prasad param santim Sthanam prapyasi sasvatam.
Prasyasi shashvatam. Okay, one more, because we have to go on with the class now.
Tameva sharanam gaccha
Tameva sharanam gacha
Sarva bhavena bharata
Sarva bhavena bharata
Tat prasadat param shantim
Tat prasadat param shantim
Sthanam prapyasi sashvatam.
Dhanam prapsyasi shashvatam. So we'll do the translation now. O scion of Bharat. Does everybody know what the word scion mean? S-C-I-O-N means descendant. That means you have come from somebody, like you are all descendants of your father and your mother. Okay, so Krishna is saying to Arjuna, O scion of Bharat. Bharat was an ancient king. It is known as the Bharat kingdom or the Bharat dynasty. O scion of Bharat, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace and the supreme and eternal abode. Please repeat. O scion of Bharat, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace and the supreme and eternal abode. That means the spiritual world where Krishna lives. Okay? For the older persons, if I sound like I'm talking down to you, please forgive me, because there are children here who don't know the meanings of some of these words, and I do want them to have a full understanding of what I'm saying, so if I define words which you already know, again, my apologies. It's mainly so that everyone here will have the opportunity to understand what I'm saying. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, the purport by Srila Prabhupada. A living entity should therefore surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated where? Where is the Supreme Personality situated in us? Yes, where? In the heart, yes. And what do we call him? Paramatma? What's another word? What's the English word? Is the what? The super soul, yes. Okay, so we're talking now about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in everyone's heart, and that will relieve him from all kinds of miseries of this material existence. By such surrender, not only will one be released from all miseries in this life, but at the end, he will reach the Supreme God. The transcendental world is described in the Vedic literature, the Rig Veda 1:22-20, as Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. Since all of creation is the kingdom of God, everything material is actually spiritual, because it all comes from whom? Who? Yes, it all comes from Krishna. And Krishna contains what? what are the two energies that Krishna contains? The two energies. There's the external energy, which is the material energy that we just spoke of. And what's the other energy? The internal energy. That's the spiritual energy. So one is material and one is spiritual. We all got that clear? Spiritual, material. Okay, the material is, this is material energy. Material energy. Material energy. A lot of material there. So, we want to understand the difference between these two. No competition, no children speaking. Please take the children out if they can't restrain themselves. This class must be absolutely quiet for the duration of it, from beginning to end. I will say this anytime the children speak, and if they continue, I will just stop speaking. This is the rule. This is one, I didn't make it up. Srila Prabhupada, he enunciated it, and I'm simply carrying it out. And that's so that everyone can get the benefit of these wonderful teachings of Lord Sri Krishna. In the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is stated, Sarvasya chaham riddhi sanvishtaha. The Lord is seated in everyone's heart. So this recommendation that one should surrender unto the Supersoul sitting within means that one should surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Krishna has already been accepted by Arjuna as the Supreme. He was accepted in the 10th chapter as Param Brahma Patram Dhamma. Arjuna has accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the supreme abode of all living entities, not only because of his personal experience, but also because of the evidence of great authorities like Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa. These are all great sages, and they're mentioned at the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. Again, just the translation, O scion of Bharat, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace and the supreme and eternal abode. So let's try to get some understanding of what is being described here. Krishna is, this is near the end of the Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna is urging, excuse me, Krishna is urging Arjuna to please surrender. Yes, please surrender. So what does the word surrender mean? Anybody want to take a guess? Do you know what surrender means? Now, good and loud, we want everybody to hear it, or at least I should hear it, and then I can tell everybody what you said. Yes, very nice, very wonderful, excellent, excellent response. He said that you give up and you accept someone as your master, as your superior, as your greater. So let me go a little bit more into this. Surrender. Let us take a battlefield, and there are, on one side you have one group, on another side you have another group, and they are enemies. Now it just turns out that one group is more powerful than the other group. So powerful, then it seems that for sure the weaker group is going to, everyone is going to get killed. So the weaker group can either continue fighting, or they can throw up their arms, wave a white flag, and say, I surrender. If they do that, then they will keep their lives, But in keeping their lives, they will no longer have their own freedom. They will be under the dictation, under the direction of their captors. Okay? So if we are fighting, and I'm stronger than you, or you're stronger than me, and I surrender, then I am your victim, and I must do what you say. So if you say, go here, then I have to go there. Otherwise, you can kill me, you can end my life. So surrender means I no longer resist. Surrender means I no longer resist. We all know what resist means. When you fight, you resist. Two people are fighting, they're resisting. Resisting means I push you away, and you push me away. But when I no longer have any strength to push you, and I surrender to you, then I must do what you say. In the material world, everyone generally is resisting Krishna. How are they resisting him? Well, they're trying to occupy his position. They're trying to forget his position. Originally, we all lived in the eternal world. We were all spiritual living entities. And at some point in the eternal world, we desired to taste, to understand what it's like to be a lord. Does everybody know what a lord is? Yeah, okay, what is a lord? Yes, he's master. He's in charge. He calls the shots. He says, do this, do that. For example, Krishna is in charge of all the demigods. When he tells Indra, make it rain, then Indra has to make it rain. When he tells Vayu, make the wind blow, then Vayu obeys and makes the wind blow. When he tells Varuna to make big high waves, then big high waves are made. So Krishna is the master, and we are supposed to be his servants. But when we forget Krishna, when we ignore Krishna, when we don't want to even know about Krishna, and when we want to imitate Krishna, act as if we are Krishna, then that is not a very good situation, because if you want to be Krishna, or you want to be powerful, and I want to be powerful, then we're going to eventually fight for position. Who's going to be on top? Is it not? If you want to be there, and I want to be there, then one of us, we have to compete. So if I beat you, if I win over you, then you will feel very uncomfortable. You will feel that you would have liked to have been on top. You would like to be chief. You would like to be the topmost person. So therefore, what happens is people begin to fight with one another. And they fight with one another because they don't want to work in a cooperative manner. To cooperate means to work together in a peaceful, happy, respectful, understanding way. But if I want to be top and I don't like that you are top, then I may have to do something to bring you down. So this is what is happening throughout the material world. We were originally Krishna-conscious living entities. We no longer wanted to serve Krishna, and because we no longer wanted to serve him, and we wanted to imitate him, we wanted to taste what it's like to be a lord. We wanted to taste what it's like to be telling people, do this, do this, do this, do this. We wanted to be masters. We wanted to be creators. We wanted to be controllers. Therefore, when you're in the eternal world, the spiritual world, you cannot be a controller because Krishna is the supreme controller. And there are no competitors with Krishna. He is the sole and only controller. He is the boss. A very loving, a very kind, a very warm, a very understanding boss, but nonetheless, he is all-powerful. He's omnipresent, present everywhere as the super soul. He knows everything. And he's all-powerful. When Krishna was only 7 years old, and he was in Vrindavan, what did he hold up on his little left pinky? Wow, everybody's got their hands up. What did he hold up? He held up Govardhan Hill. Pretty strong, isn't he? Can anybody here hold up Govardhan Hill? Does anybody know anybody who can hold up Govardhan Hill? You know somebody besides Krishna who can hold it? Yeah, okay, I thought so. I thought you knew somebody, and I would like to meet that person. So yes, so nobody knows anybody who can hold up Govardhan Hill because Krishna is the only one. And how many days did he hold Govardhan Hill up on his little, was it the left pinky or the right one? The left one, yes. Okay, how many days did he hold it up for? Only the children, the adults don't know this? Let's hear some more adults. Yeah, let me hear some adult tell me the answer. Okay, how many days back there? 7 days, and how many nights? And 7 nights. So on the 8th day, that's when. What did Indra do on the 8th day? What? Loud? He surrendered to Krishna. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what this is all about, surrendering. Indra thought that he could defeat Krishna. Indra forgot that this little 7-year-old boy is his master. And does anybody know why he forgot that Krishna was his master? What was the bad quality that he had which made him forget that Krishna is his master? Anybody in the back there? I know all the kids know it. That they should be up here giving the class. Okay, I want to hear now again from the lady and the girl's side. Go ahead. What was the quality that Indra exhibited, which was a bad quality, and which caused him to...
He was proud.
What was the quality?
He was proud.
I can't hear what you say.
He was proud.
Yes, he was proud. Okay, what? No, that's the right answer. There's no other. He was proud. So pride, there's an old saying that pride goes before the what? The fall. If you have a lot of pride, if you think you're great, you think you're wonderful, you think you're important, you think you're all in all, then Krishna will show you that you are not all those things, but rather he will make you understand that next to him, you are insignificant, tiny, small, next to him, virtually worthless. Krishna can do that, and that's what he did. He didn't hurt Indra, didn't harm him. He just showed him that he was not what he thought he was. He thought that he could defeat Krishna easily. And what did he do to try to defeat Krishna? He called forth, what were the name of those clouds? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an S. You know? No? What is the name of the clouds? Guess. Somewhat.
Shyama.
No. You're close, though. Oh, the hands are going up. Come on. No. Oh. You know? Perfect. Samvartika. So the Samvartika clouds are very devastating clouds. Devastating is a word which means destructive, very destructive. And they were so destructive that they rained down for 7 days and 7 nights so horrendously, so tremendously, that they drowned, all the earth was drowned. But on the first day, all the residents of Vrindavan, they saw that their houses were going to be drowned, flooded. So who did they go to for shelter? Who did they go to for shelter? Name. Krishna, yes. They said, what did they say? Krishna, please what? Help us. Yes, actually save us. But help is good enough. That's the same thing. So they wanted Krishna to help because Krishna had helped so many other times. One other time when you remember there was a big fire and Krishna swallowed the whole fire? So therefore they remembered that Krishna is very, very powerful, even though he's a little boy. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. He's all powerful. There's three modes of material nature: passion, goodness, and passion and ignorance do not affect Krishna. So they asked him to help. So Krishna said, "Come, follow me." So he led them to Govardhan Hill. And they went there, and when they reached Govardhan Hill, he looked at it, and then he began to pick it up as if it were a little mushroom. And he lifted it up. There was a little hill, okay? There had to be a hill there. So when he picked up like a small hill, when he picked up Govardhan, like a small mountain, he was standing up on the hill so that everyone could then get under, they could come under the mountain and take shelter. Like if it's raining, and I'm sure it rains a lot out here, doesn't it? So when it's raining, somebody holds an umbrella, and you have to get under the umbrella. But if you put the umbrella down on the ground, you can't get under it. So Krishna got up in this little mound, and he lifted the hill, and all the residents of Vrindavan got under the hill, and they were completely sheltered. And you know what else? They stayed there for 7 days and 7 nights, and nobody even ate. And why didn't they eat? Because Krishna took away all their hunger. So after the 7 days and 7 nights, Indra, he ceased. He called the Samvartaka clouds, "Come back and go away." So they dispersed. And Indra realized what a fool he was. Absolutely crazy fool to try to defeat Krishna. So what happened was that everybody then came from underneath the hill. Krishna lowered the hill, Govardhan Hill, and they all went back to their homes. And a few days later, Indra met Krishna in the Vrindavan forest, and he was with his elephant, whose name is what? Airavata, right. And he was also with a very sacred cow. But you know the name of the, pardon? A Surabi cow, that's correct. So he was with both of them, and he came to Krishna, and what did he do? What did he say to Krishna? No, at that point, there was no question of surrender. He lost the battle. So once you lose the battle, there's nothing to surrender anymore. So what he said to Krishna is, he said, "I apologize to you. I'm sorry for what I did. I was such a fool, such a rascal. I never should have done what I did." And Krishna was very pleased to hear this. So Indra said, "Please allow me to show my respect to you by worshiping you." So what did he do to worship Krishna? First of all, he had his elephant Airavata take the water which he had from the Ganges, and what did he do with the water? Let me hear, loud. Yes, he did an abhishek. Yeah, so he put the water on Krishna's and he washed them. Yeah, so he washed the body of Krishna. And then he had the cow wash the body of Krishna with the Surabi cow, wash the body with milk. So Krishna's body was first washed with water, and then milk, and then again water. And Krishna was then dried, he was cleansed, and then given new clothes to wear. And Indra said, "I was such a fool, I was so proud, thinking that I was very powerful. I had forgotten that you were my master. You are the most powerful person in the entire universe. And I was thinking that you're just a little 7-year-old boy who can't do anything. And that you just had a big mouth and you were telling everybody to stop my sacrifice. And make this, who was the sacrifice dedicated to? Who? Yes, Govardhan Hill and the Brahmins. So when Govardhan Hill received all of the wonderful things which had been made, the boga, and they had been cooked, what happened? How did Govardhan show his appreciation for all that boga, which is now, it was going to become prasadam? Yes. What? Yeah, it's literally.
He let Krishna lift up the Govardhan hill to save the people of Vrindavan.
No, that's already finished. That comes later. Excuse me. What happened? We're going back now. What happened was that Krishna said that this sacrifice should be offered not to Indra but to Govardhan Hill, and we should offer all the foodstuffs to Lord Govardhan. So what happened was Govardhan Hill turned into a Krishna. Don't you remember that? Yeah. And he had the same yellow, it was a huge, gigantic Govardhan Hill. So what did he do? He manifested from the hill and he bent down and he began eating all the offerings, tasting them, relishing them, delicious, and they were all going inside him, and then suddenly, miraculously, they all appeared as if he had not eaten them. It was all prasadam. That's what prasadam is. Prasadam means the mercy of God. And so everyone saw that although the Lord tasted all the foodstuffs, and because when the Lord tastes it, he puts his spiritual stamp, if you will, he puts his spiritual energy on the food, so that the food is no longer material food, but it is spiritual food. And when it's spiritual food, you are gaining or obtaining the vibration of whom? Krishna. Because Krishna and prasadam are non-different. Just like Krishna and his name are non-different. So, therefore, then all the prasadam was distributed to all of the residents of Vrindavan. And it was also distributed to the lower classes of persons. It was distributed also to what animals got some of it. Anybody remember some of the animals that got fed? Yes. Pardon? The dogs got it too. Yes. So the cows, they got the grass. This prasadam was distributed all over, and everybody was very joyful and very happy. And then they circumambulated, that means to circle around Govardhan Hill. And after they circumambulated, Krishna said that everyone from here on should worship Govardhan Hill. So coming back to the principle of surrender, how should we surrender to Krishna? And what does it translate? In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned that one should accept whatever is favorable. One should accept whatever is favorable for serving or discharging service to Krishna. So what are some of the favorable activities for serving Krishna? You know some of the favorable activities? Pardon?
Chanting.
That's one of them, yes. Actually, there are 9 favorable activities. Okay, chanting.
Surrendering to Krishna.
Yeah, that's one too. Yes, surrendering what though?
The whole heart.
Yeah, it's a heart. But what I'm looking for, what else?
Books.
Pardon?
Books.
What about books? And we're talking something you have to do.
Read Krishna conscious
Well,
books.
Well, reading is good, yes. That's part of the hearing process. You read them and you hear. So there's hearing, chanting, remembering Krishna, serving his lotus feet, worshiping Krishna. What else? Offering. What else?
Friendship. Friendship.
Can't hear him.
Being friendly to everybody.
That's not one of the 9 forms of devotional service. That is a result of doing those 9 forms of. You automatically become very friendly. You can't help it. You know something else? Practical service, like cleaning up the temple, just giving the books, or what is that? Yes, serving prasadam. That's also what else? Yes. And all of these are very excellent. Sorry. They're all excellent and they're all very favorable for discharging devotional service. And what is also one should, if we accept whatever is favorable, we should also reject what is unfavorable for devotional service. What are some unfavorable activities? What are some of the unfavorable? Anybody back there know some of the unfavorable activities? There are 4 regulative principles that we learn, okay? And if you violate them, those are unfavorable. Yeah, you have to speak through the mic so that everybody can hear.
No intoxication.
Yes. Yeah.
No gambling.
No gambling, right.
No meat eating.
No meat, right. No eating of meat, fish, or eggs, or chicken. Yes.
No illicit connections.
No illicit sexual connection. That's correct. So those are 4. Those are 4. There are other things that a person should not perform. For example, what other ones?
Not bossing people.
Not what?
Bossing people.
Now you must speak through the microphone.
Bossing people.
I can't. What did he say?
Not bossing people.
Not bossing people. Well, it depends. If you're a boss in a company, then you have to boss people. Otherwise, you lose your job as a boss. Yeah, but you don't want to boss your friends, though. Okay. Okay. What else? Give me some of the things we should not do. Okay. How about on the ladies, the girls' side? No, nobody knows things you shouldn't do. Okay. Who wants to? Give them the mic. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me something you should.
Don't fight too much. Don't kill people. Yeah.
Don't what?
Kill people.
Yes, that's right. Don't kill. You should not kill people. That's right. You should not kill also even animals.
Don't murder.
Yeah.
No tackling people.
No what?
Tackling.
Tackling? Yeah, but if you're a football player, you have to tackle. Otherwise, they kick you off the team. But if you're playing together as friends, then you can tackle. But if you're not playing, then no tackling. It should be no tackling. Okay, let me tell you a few other ones. Stealing. You don't want to steal. Okay. Does anybody want to steal? That is unfavorable for discharging devotional. You don't want to steal. For example, if you see something in your friend's pocket and it looks very good, he has a pen, nice pen, so you distract him and say, "Oh, look over there," and then you pull the pen out of his pocket. You don't want to do that. And then you start to use it and he says, "Hey, that's my pen." No, that's my pen. So you get into a big argument and then a fight. We don't want to do that. So don't steal. Don't express anger to your friends. What else there? I see all the hands going up. What else?
Cheat people.
Yes, don't cheat. You don't want to cheat people. Cheating people is not a good thing, because if you cheat, you will get cheated, and nobody likes to be cheated. What else? No. I want this person. Go ahead.
No, discriminating Krishna?
No what?
No, like neglecting Krishna?
Yes, we should not ignore Krishna or neglect Krishna or disrespect Krishna or disregard Krishna. You know all those words? Disrespect, disregard. Yes, you have something else? Now tell me something, not that I'm going to correct. Tell me something you know for sure.
Not killing Krishna.
Not who?
Killing Krishna.
Did you say not killing Krishna?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't kill Krishna. Krishna is immortal.
Like not destroying the deity.
No. We can't kill Krishna. Krishna is immortal. Krishna is eternal. Yeah, there's no killing of Krishna. He never dies. No, don't think he's dead. You cannot kill Krishna. So please perish that idea from your mind. Don't offend Krishna. Yes. Okay, that's enough, kids. Enough for a while. You have something else? Yes. Okay, one of the girls want to tell. Let's hear from you.
No disturbing Sankirtan.
No disturbing what?
Sankirtan.
Yes, we should not disturb, not only Sankirtan, don't disturb anybody. Shh, no talking out, okay? Otherwise we have a big bandage which we put over the mouth, and then what happens, you can't talk for a few minutes. Yeah. Okay, and did somebody else over there? Yes.
No lying to friends.
Yes. You don't lie. When your parents ask you, did you go to a certain place where they asked you to go? And you say, oh yes, I went there for sure. But really you never went there. So tell the truth. That is the best policy. So that's enough on this. So we should not, so as I said, we should accept whatever is favorable for discharging devotional service, reject whatever is unfavorable, believe firmly that the Lord will always protect his devotee. Now, we all know about one very, very famous devotee who was 5 years old, and he was always taking shelter of Krishna, and Krishna protected him. And what was the name of that famous devotees? Yes, you got that one right. Good, thank you. Yeah, Prahlad Maharaj, yes. So Prahlad Maharaj was always thinking in his mind that Krishna is his protector. Now, Hiranyakashipu, who is he in relation to Prahlad? Who is Hiranyakashipu? It was his father. So Hiranyakashipu did not like Prahlad because Prahlad liked who? He liked Krishna. And Krishna is also another manifestation, or let us say Krishna's other manifestation is Lord Vishnu. And who did Lord Vishnu kill? Hiranyaksha. Is that what you said? Yeah. And who is Hiranyaksha? It was his brother, yes. So, therefore, Hiranyakashipu was very upset that his brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Lord Vishnu in the form of whom? Varaha, yes. So, therefore, when Prahlad was telling all his friends and telling everybody that Lord Vishnu is a good person, Hiranyakashipu got angry, and he tried to kill his own son, Prahlad. Now, what was the first way he tried to kill him? What did he use? The first way, no guessing. Yes. Yes, with a trident. Trident has 3 prongs. 1, 2, 3. And they poked him, they tried to poke him. Okay? Okay, the next, then some of the other ways in which Hiranyakashipu tried to kill him. Now, I want some of the girls to answer. All the boys are answering only. Yes. What did he do? Go ahead.
From the top of the castle, the guards tried to push Prahlad Maharaj down.
Down where?
To the ground.
Okay, what you're trying to say is he was thrown off a mountain, okay, down to the ground. But what happened? Nothing happened. The earth just took him up like Mother Earth just took him in her arms, and he didn't die. Okay, what are some of the other ways? I just want one or two other ways. Okay, you got to get the microphone here. Yeah, thank you.
They put him in a pit of snakes.
Yes, poisonous snakes bit him, but never affected him. What other way? No, you don't have to do that. Just raise your hand like a human being, not like a person having a nervous breakdown. Okay. All right, go ahead, come on.
He put Prahlad Maharaj in fire.
Maybe, I don't remember that, but if he did, maybe put him in fire? Okay. And he poisoned him, and he put him under elephant's hooves. Okay, enough ways in which we have enough now. We don't have to tell any more. That's it. Okay. So the point is this, is that Prahlad Maharaj depended upon the mercy of Krishna, and Krishna saved him. And not only did he save him, but what did he do in the form of Lord Narasimhadev? What did Lord Narasimhadev do to protect Prahlad? He killed Hiranyakashipu, yes. So it proves that if you take shelter of, you depend upon, you pray to Krishna, Krishna will be your best friend and will protect you, and he will guide you and help you so that you will always become successful and victorious in your life. Okay? So, to depend upon Krishna, to believe Krishna that always will protect his devotees, to always feel dependent upon Krishna, just as all of you depend upon your parents. So your parents have to depend upon Krishna in order to help you. They have a job, and they work, and they have good health, and they do what they have to do in order to be able to maintain the household. So parents depend upon Krishna, and you depend upon your parents. But remember, you should also depend upon Krishna. And the way you show your love for Krishna is you obey your parents. Does everybody know what it means to obey the parents? It means you do what they tell you to do. And don't give them any arguments. Don't shout. Don't scream, don't jump up and down, and don't demand what you want, because that's not what Krishna likes. You should be obedient and be very receptive and be very surrendering to your parents. So that's what it means to surrender, to not resist, to cooperate, and to enable all others to be helpful and useful just like yourself. Another thing is, if you see somebody who needs some help, what do you do? What do you do if you see somebody who needs some help? What do? You try to help them. And what is the way you have to, if you can't personally help them, what do you do? What? That's a very good thing, but if they need immediate medical help, what would you do? What would you do? Tell an adult?
I would tell an adult.
We can't, it's not on. You have to turn it on, please. Yeah, okay, talk into it. Good. Yeah.
I would tell an adult.
Okay. But what if there's no adult around and you have your cell phone? What would you do?
Call 911.
Yes, you would call 911. I was wondering whether anybody would do that. So those are all good things. They're helpful things so that you can help the person get to the hospital so he can receive proper treatment. And at the same time, as you said, pray for him. Pray what? That Krishna will help him to get better so that he's able to improve his condition. Okay? So we all have an understanding now of what it means to surrender to Krishna. Okay? I'm going to repeat the main points. Accept whatever is favorable. I'm going to leave one out, and then you're going to tell me the one I left out. Accept whatever is favorable for discharging devotional service. Reject whatever is unfavorable for discharging devotional service. Believe firmly that the Lord will always protect his devotees. Feel dependent upon the mercy of the Lord. Have no separate interest except the interest of Krishna. Do whatever Krishna wants you to do. And I didn't mention this, so I don't expect you to know it. But you should always be very meek and humble. Don't try to be a big shot. Don't be a big mouth. Be meek, be humble, just like Indra was when Krishna showed him that he was not as strong and powerful and great as he thought he was. So then Indra spoke in a very soft, kind, warm, appreciative voice. And when he spoke that way, Krishna smiled. And then Krishna blessed him and gave him advice. Please, don't allow your pride to get the best of you, because it makes you into a terrible, abominable, horrible person, and all you do is you hurt yourself and hurt others. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki. Yes. All glories to Lord Sri Krishna ki. Yes. Hare Krishna. Shri Radha Nila Madhava ki.